Good morning, Quad Cities, and happy Tuesday. We are off to a warm start already today. All of us waking up to temperatures above the freezing mark, some good snow melting weather overnight. That melting process continues today, especially this afternoon once we get the sun out. We've got these clouds in place this morning, but eventually those are going to thin out. We'll go mostly sunny by this afternoon as we get to the mid-40s. Tonight, initially clear, maybe some patchy fog right up here, especially where you still have a couple of inches of snow left on the ground, but more cloudiness expected for your Wednesday. But a south wind, hey, that's going to get us up to near 50 in the afternoon. What we're going to be watching is this storm system going to the south of us here. It's initially going to push in some warm air for Wednesday, but there's some colder air on the back side of that may promote some snowfall accumulation. This is mainly going to be Thursday morning on top of potentially half an inch worth of rain. So today would be a good opportunity to get outside, check the gutters and downspouts, make sure those are clear and open for that moderate to heavy rain that's going to be coming in late Wednesday night and especially into Thursday. Now, the amount of snow we get on Thursday is going to be highly dependent on what happens to temperatures just a little bit above ground level. So I'm going to take you through the different levels of the atmosphere as this rain storm system and snow system comes in for Wednesday. This is Wednesday night, 11 o'clock. Notice right here, we're still well above freezing. So this starts off as all rain, but that transition to snow is going to take place sometime Thursday morning. This is 6 o'clock, just before the morning commute. We're still above freezing here, still above freezing here, so it's still all rain. Meanwhile, you go up 10,000 feet, it's all snow. What we need is this number right here to get below freezing. And even at 7, we're still at 41, 5,000 feet above the ground. It's not until we get to the mid-morning that you start to see that get cold enough that the snow will make it all the way to the ground. So if we can get this temperature here to cool off just a little bit earlier, that will increase our likelihood of seeing at least a few inches of snow here in the Quad Cities. But as of right now, it looks like that's going to be a little bit delayed. One thing's for sure, though, with these warmer temperatures at both levels, it's going to be that wet, heavy snow that's going to be coming down. So it is going to be a little harder to remove. Could even cause some slick travel as we go into Thursday morning. Also want to remind you, go to WQAD.com. I've put out a preliminary outlook on what you can expect for that spring flooding forecast that's going to be coming out from the National Weather Service Thursday afternoon. This is the probability we've got going right now of exceeding the different flood levels for the Mississippi River at Rock Island. 30% probability we exceed major flood stage. 50% probability of exceeding moderate flood stage, and of course a higher probability that we exceed minor flood stage. Interesting about this simulation is there's only about a 5% risk that we exceed the record crest set back in 2019. That is some good news, but it certainly looks like we have a greater risk for river flooding this spring as opposed to the last couple of springs here in the Quad Cities. Here's where we go, different topic here as we shift away from rivers to just your forecast, again, including that sizable system Thursday into Friday. We'll track that here, and I'll give you a first look at the snowfall numbers coming up tomorrow morning. The weekend is still quiet and trending towards 50s for early next week.